Welcome in, baseball fans. We are live on the new 92.3 WFKN, serving Franklin and Simpson County with today's best country music and Will Cody in the morning. My name is Cody Schuler, your play-by-play announcer and color commentator for this evening. Thank you so much for joining me for the game tonight. You can also stream us live on 923WFKN.com, or you can watch the ball game and hear me on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. We are here in beautiful downtown Franklin, Kentucky at Franklin Simpson High School's Greg Shelton baseball field to watch our Wildcats take on the Logan County Cougars. The second in a back-to-back matchup where we saw our Wildcats fall to Logan County Cougars 7-1 last night. This matchup that may just be our largest rival in the district and region, where if you were to go ask any one of these young men in the Wildcat dugout who they hate losing to more than anyone, I'm sure that they would be more than willing to say that it is Logan County. And who do they love to beat more than anyone else? Also Logan County. And with that being said, I know that our boys will be looking for payback tonight. Junior first baseman Lane Alford has inflated his batting average to .435 on the year, and now tied with senior Brevin Scott for the team lead with 20 hits on the season. Lane has also drawn 19 walks on the year, so good eye on that young man. Junior Gavin Link still leads the team in total innings pitched at 32 with a magnificent 1.73 ERA. And senior Brevin Scott still leads the team in strikeouts with 49 through 31 innings pitched. Looking back at last night, we saw senior Chance Sweeney for the Cougars throw a 4-hit, 1-run ball game, and Harper Butler blast one of 3 home runs at the plate from the Cougars. Wildcats senior Brevin Scott gave up the loss, and Carmine Cook came in relief but couldn't stop the Cougars' bats. Last season, we saw our Wildcats defeat the Cougars in the district championship game at the home of the Cougars, Logan County High School, and a game where the Wildcats' bats really took off, and we ended that one in a run-ruled game where we won by more than 10 runs. Now, a year later, we are in for a cat fight with a battle for the 5 spot in the region on the line. Our coaches are meeting right now at the plate with the home plate umpires and the on-field umpires. But I tell you what, we'll go on and get to our starting lineups. We'll start with the Logan County Cougars. First up, leading off, number 10, the center fielder, Chance Sweeney. Followed by number 4, the second baseman, Smalls Hayes. After that is going to be the third baseman, number 7, Davin Yates. After that is going to be number 22, the right fielder, Brady Hinton. After that's going to be the designated hitter, number 18, Noah Mosley. After that, we're going to see the pitcher for the Logan County Cougars, number 11, Tate McLean. After that's going to be the shortstop, number 6, Cade Wall. After that, we're going to see the catcher, number 4, Trip Wadlington. Then after that's going to be the left fielder, number 17, Harper Butler. And not hitting for the Cougars tonight is going to be first baseman Chase Singlington. Now, for your Franklin Simpson High School Wildcats, leading off is going to be number 7, the shortstop, Brady Delk. After that, it's going to be number 20, the catcher, Griff Banton. After that, batting third, we're going to see senior number 8, second baseman, Brevin Scott. After that, we're going to see junior number 3, first baseman, Lane Alford. After that, we're going to see senior third baseman, number 1, Garrett Sadler. After that, we're going to be following up with right fielder number 17, Gavin Dickerson. Then the home run leader for the Wildcats, left fielder, Braxton Jenkins. After that, we're going to be looking at Boy Blankenberg, batting in the DH position, followed by center fielder, senior Hunter Jones, with the best beard on the team. And as we all know, led tonight by our Wildcats is the coach, Matthew Wilhite. We're going to have one heck of a matchup here. And if you didn't know, spring is upon us. The weather is absolutely gorgeous. We're at a beautifully manicured field. Looks like the mowers have made all those wonderful lines that the dads dream about here at Greg Shelton Field. We're getting going right now with our starting lineups. The Logan County crowd has shown up, sitting over there next to their team's bench. But I tell you what, there is no crowd like a Franklin Simpson crowd. I'm sure anybody that has ever attended a school event here at Franklin Simpson High School could attest to that. These fans, this community, They get behind our boys, and they rally behind them each and every time. I'm proud to be a Franklin Simpson Wildcat myself. I'm excited for this ball game. This is a big one. The number 5 spot on the line in the region. And really this region, except for the top spot, is wide open to anybody. So if this game could be the beginning of somebody getting hot and moving on into a better spot for this regional tournament. This game right here could also who deserves the top spot in district play. The Logan County Cougars have yet to even play a district game, whereas our Wildcats are 2-0 in district play so far, beating Todd County Central 2 times. But with that being said, we're about to finish up all of our lineups here, and we're going to get into the national anthem, and we're going to go ahead and take a break whenever we do that. So you're listening to Wildcat Baseball. When we come back, we'll have the first pitch right here on 92.3 WFKN. Thank you.
Now, if everyone would please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, Kendra, I'm good to go. Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are set to take on the Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you are listening to Wildcat Baseball on 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate you joining us here this evening. We're getting set for the first pitch of this one. I'm ready to play ball. We're going to see junior Gavin Link take the mound for us. And Gavin so far has pitched 32 innings on the season. He's carrying a 1.73 ERA, only giving up 27 hits, and he's thrown 32 strikeouts so far. Tell you what, these leadoff batters for Logan County are no slouch either. We're going to lead it off with Chance Sweeney. Sweeney, I'm told, hit a home run last night. He's hitting 284 on the year. He is a senior, a very smart player, a left-handed hitter. As Sweeney makes his way to the batter's box. I'll tell you what, there's an element of fun to this one too. Playing against your rival, you know each other very well. Sweeney walks up and had some words for junior Griff Banton behind the plate for the Wildcats. It's going to be a ball a little low and outside from Link to start this one. Play ball, ladies and gentlemen. This is exciting. This is fun. This is a really good game here. That's a strike as he paints the outside corner of the plate. Gavin with just a Magnificent. Very post ball outside that time. But he has a textbook wind-up. Does Gavin Link from the mound. That ball's hammered. That's out. Looks like Hunter Jones. Whoa, he calls off right fielder Gavin Dickerson. A little bit of lack of communication there. They're having a laugh out there talking to each other. Dickerson went down to a knee. Got to talk that one out. Calling, got it. But Hunter Jones gets underneath it for out number 1 of that one. Next up, going to be second baseman, number 4, Smalls Hayes. Hayes hitting .297 on the year. Swings, that's a chopper to first base. Alford fields it cleanly, steps on the bag. For out number 2, 2 up, 2 down here to start this one. Wildcats throw it around the horn. Next up, third baseman, number 7, Davin Yates. Yates hitting .347 on the year with 3 home runs to his name. Right-hander. Ball a little low and outside. Yates, a fantastic player for the Cougars. Has next-level potential for sure. That's going to be a foul ball here into the screen. Tell you what, both dugouts quiet right now. For this to be a rivalry game, this place is surprisingly quiet. Those first 2 outs just completely took the wind out of the sails out of the Cougars. Ball high. Missed on what looked to be like a changeup, possibly a curve slipped out of his hand. Here's the windup and the pitch. That ball straight away out to center field. Hunter Jones back on his horse, gets underneath it. Can of corn for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Cougars. And our Wildcats are heading into the dugout looking to get their rally caps on. It's time. We'll go ahead into the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 game. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball on 92. Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on rival Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you are listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game streaming on Franklin Simpson Channel 9 through Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you joining us this evening. We're heading into the bottom of the first inning right here with Brady Delk. Walking up to the plate. He is set in the batter's box, ready to go to war against Tate McLean. McLean, right-hander, throws a ball to start this one. McLean has not pitched a lot of innings so far. Only 3 on the season. That's going to be over to second baseman, Smalls Hayes. He fields it cleanly for out number 1 as Brady grounds out to start this one.
Next up for the Wildcats, catcher number 20.
Catcher number 20, Griff Banton, walking to the plate now. Yeah, McLean has not had a whole lot of pitching so far. As he throws strike 1. Our Wildcats in the all-white uniforms with Wildcats across the chest. Royal blue hats. There's a foul ball from Griff Banton over the home team dugout. Logan County Cougars with the gray uniforms and the navy tops with white letters and numerals. It's going to be a ball low from McLean. Take that back. I was looking at the wrong McLean. I was looking at Drew McLean. Drew has only thrown 3 pitches. But Tate, also known as Damon, has thrown 25 innings so far. Tate is carrying a 4.64 ERA into this one. 18 strikeouts. 24 total runs through 25 innings pitched. Swung on and missed. But a ball got away from catcher Wadlington, but he bounces up, shows some good pop to tag out Griff Banton. So 2 up, 2 down for the Wildcats now. Next up is going to be senior second baseman, the Murray State signee, number 8, Brevin Scott. Scott, the right-hander. Watches ball 1 go by. Does Brevin. Brevin hitting .333 on the year. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a chopper out to Wall, and Wall is going to field it cleanly, throws it over to Singleton for out number 3. Well, tell you what, it doesn't get much quicker than that for first innings. 3 up, 3 down at the top of the first, 3 up, 3 down for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the first. We're still looking at a scoreless and hitless game going into the top of the second. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball on Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on rivals Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you are listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you joining us here this evening for some Wildcat baseball. As number 22, Brady Hinton, the right fielder for the Cougars, walks up to the plate here, facing Gavin Link. As Link throws ball 1 just a bit outside. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball over the away dugout. Way far out there. Big cut that time by Hinton. Hinton was swinging for the fences. Hinton hitting .283 on the year. Strike 2 from Link. Hinton with 2 home runs to his name, so he knows how to swing for the fences as well. Ball a little bit high and outside. Link, looking at a 2-2 count now. At the top of the second inning, scoreless game. Wildcats taking on rivals Logan County Cougars. Swung on and missed, ring him up and set him down for strikeout number 1.
Next up for the Cougars, designated hitter number 18, Noah Mosley.
Designated hitter Noah Mosley, number 18, up to bat now. Noah is hitting .328 on the year. Right-hander. That's going to get down for a base hit into shallow center field. Mosley there with a single. Hunter Jones was on his horse, but just a very well-placed base hit by Mosley. Next up, we're looking at the pitcher, Tate McLean. McLean just hitting 182 on the year, just below the Mendoza line. Takes strike one looking. Mosley out to an okay lead. And there's the attempted pickoff by Link. Not to say, he better get back. Gavin, don't mess around with that pickoff move. Checks the runner, and here's the pitch. There's a strike from Link. Beautiful looking breaking ball there. Couldn't tell if that was a breaking ball or a changeup, but it had some good movement on it. Ball low down in the dirt that time. Good pop there from Banton to get back up and field it cleanly. Back to Link now. Look the runner back over to first. Mosley out to a big lead now. Here's the pitch. Ooh. 2-2 count now as that one's called a ball. 2-2, one away, runner on first. Still a scoreless game. Attempted pickoff from Link. Runner safe. Back to Link now. Link sets from the stretch. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. A little high and inside there. A little bit of sweet chin music there from Link to run the count full. 3-2 count, one away. Big lead now from Mosley out there as he's away. But looking at ball high, ball four. Link a little visibly upset with himself there, as McLean will take the walk, and now he gets a pinch runner. Pinch runner is Tyson Tomacek. Now we're looking at the shortstop, Cade Wall, up to bat. Wall hitting .237 on the year. Shows bunt, pulls back. Ball outside. The rapport between Banton and Link is fantastic. You can see just excellent communication happening out there on the field. Here's the pitch, straight down the middle. That thing is smoked out to left field. Is that going to stay in? No, it's foul ball. Tried to paint the line with that one. He turned on it just a bit too much. Link gets a new ball, 1-1 count, one away. Runners on first and second now. The Cougars officially threatening here in the top of the second inning. Link versus Wall here. Here's the pitch. Strike two. Looking. Love to see a ground ball here to either shortstop or a second baseman.
Got him.
And got him looking. Ring him up and set him down for strikeout number 2 for Gavin Link. Next up, catcher number 14, Trip Wadlington. For the Cougars, Wadlington, that's a mouthful, Wadlington, my goodness. Hitting just below the Mendoza line as well, hitting 184. Strike one from Link. Link dialed in now. Still scoreless here in the top of the second. 2 outs, 0-1 count, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch, and he plunks him in the arm. Went a little high and inside. He gives a tap to his catcher that time, my bad. Recognized it, but now I'll tell you what, we've got the bases loaded. With left fielder number 17, Harper Butler, up to bat. Butler also hitting 190 on the year with a bright neon pink bat. But I tell you what, he put that bat to work last night and got himself a home run. Here's the pitch. Ball a little high. 1-0 count, 2 away, but bases juiced here. Can Link get out of the inning? Here's the pitch. That ball has popped up way high. Lane Alford calling everybody away at first. Infield fly, and he is out to end the top of the second inning. The Cougars strand 3, but the Wildcats do what they can and get out of the inning. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball live on 92.3 WFKN. Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on cross-county rivals, Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you're listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game streaming on Franklin Simpson Channel 9 on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you joining us for some Wildcat baseball here this evening. We are into the bottom of the second inning as first baseman and batting leader right now for the Wildcats. In the 4th spot, Lane Alford is up to bat as he's taken 2 balls, no strikes. Lane hitting .435 on the year, increasing that batting average more and more as the season goes on. Takes strike 1 from pitcher Tate McLean for the Cougars. All kinds of rally now coming out of that Wildcat dugout. Swung on and missed for strike 2 does Alford. McLean, as I said earlier in the broadcast, the number 2 pitcher behind Chance Sweeney for the Cougars. He's pitched 25 innings so far. It's going to be a ball a little high and outside that time for McLean. McLean carrying a .464 ERA into this one. Right-hander. Looking at a full count now to Lane Alford. Here's the windup and the pitch. Tipped but caught by the catcher for out number 1. That's a strikeout there for McLean. Next up is going to be third baseman, senior number 1, Garrett Sadler. Garrett gives you that old school player vibe, the way he stands in the batter's box with no batting gloves. He takes strike 1 from McLean. Here at a gorgeously manicured ballpark at 5:50 in the evening, still 71 degrees. Strike 2 looking. Sadler will now have to be aggressive. Here's the pitch, and takes ball 1. Wildcats looking to apparently trying to make McLean throw a lot of pitches here, but hasn't worked out so far. He's been throwing strikes. That's a base hit right up the middle. He actually even hits second base with it. Great piece of hitting there. Sat back on it, got his pitch. As I was saying, as right fielder number 17, Gavin Dickerson, comes to the batter's box. Checking. Getting the signal from his coach. We'll see what Gavin's got in store with 1 out here. Checks the runner, does McLean, and here's the pitch. Called strike. Must have painted that outside edge there. Looked a little high and outside from my point of view, but hey, I'm not the umpire. Sadler out to an okay lead. McLean checking him. Attempts the pickoff to no avail. to McLean. Dickerson takes his time getting back into the box. Not a big lead, but they sure are worried about Sadler over there on first. Here's the pitch. That's hammered out to left field. Going to get down for a base hit. 2 green grass base hits for our Wildcats, back to back. Next up, it's going to be left fielder number 6, Braxton Jenkins. Jenkins awarded me my absolute favorite call so far on the season when he loaded up and hit a straightaway center field home run earlier in the season. We'll see if Braxton can continue this one-out rally. McLean sets from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. Good eye by Braxton. Third baseman is in right now with the runner on second, but he's almost on the grass. McLean sets. Checks the runners. Checks them again, and here's the pitch. That's going to go to the second baseman, Hayes. Hayes is going to try to turn 2 with Sweeney, and runner is safe. Pulled his foot off the bag, did Singleton. Singleton got pulled off the bag just a bit there, trying to stretch for it with the throw from Wall, the shortstop for the Cougars. That ball was hit right at Hayes there on second base, but Cougars tried to turn 2. Unfortunately, no avail. Now we've got runners on first and third with Boy Blankenberg coming up to bat. Lots of rally coming out of that Wildcat dugout. Blankenberg, not a whole lot of plate appearances. The left-hander up to bat here takes ball 1, a little high and outside. Can the Wildcats put anybody across the plate here with 2 runners on? Checks. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Outside part of the plate. Plenty of rally coming out of that home team dugout. As Hunter Jones, been on fire as of recently, looming in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. A little low and outside. 2-1 count now, 2 away. Runners still on the corners. Bottom of the second inning. 2 base hits here in this one in the bottom of the second. And then a ground out to second. Fielder's choice. Takes strike 2, does Blankenberg. Breaking ball in there. Turned in on him. He was a little upset with himself. That was a pitch he could have turned on possibly, but he knew it too. McLean checks the runner over on first. Sets. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ball low and outside. As he runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner's on. See how aggressive Boy is, or if he tries to make McLean pitch to him, as the Wildcats have done all night. Here's the pitch. Turns on it and woo! Yep. He turns and fouled that thing. Boy, he pulled that thing right into the home team dugout. And I don't know if it hit the screen or if it hit Brevin Scott. Oh, yep, he just motioned to his arm. Yeah, that hit Brevin, caught him in the shoulder, it looked like. And Boy's going to take time. He was aggressive there. That's the kind of aggressive nature that you need to see out of this Wildcat team right now. Need to put some runs on the board here in the bottom of the second inning. Here comes the pitch. Runners go. As McLean gets the strikeout. Well, now the Cougars are fired up as they blank the Wildcats, and the Wildcats strand 2 zeros heading into the top of the third inning. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball on 92.3 WFKN.
Leading off for the Cougars in the top of the third, center fielder number 10, Chance Sweeney.
Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on cross-county rivals Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you're listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate you joining us here this evening for some Wildcat baseball as we're heading into the top of the third inning here. We're looking at a 0-0 ball game. So there in the second inning, the Logan County Cougars, they stranded, bases loaded there at the top of the second. And then our Wildcats stranded 2 there in the bottom of the second. Well, that leads us here into the top of the third with number 10, leadoff hitter Chance Sweeney, lefty, playing center field tonight for the Cougars as he takes ball 2 down in the dirt. 2-1 count here to Sweeney. Sweeney, a great player for the Cougars. Sweeney hitting .284 on the year, but carrying a sub-1 ERA. Wow, he hammers that one out to center field. We have kept Hunter Jones busy as he backs up probably 15, 20 feet and gets underneath it for out number 1. Hunter's been busy tonight. I think that's about the 4th out of the ball game that's been hit out to straightaway center field. He's been running back and forth. Next up is going to be number 4, second baseman, Smalls Hayes. Smalls, the right-hander, comes to the plate with 1 away. Good-looking breaking pitch there for a ball. Gavin wanted that one. He danced a little jig there when he didn't get it. Here's the pitch. That ball is popped up high into foul territory, and it's going to go just foul. Drifted just foul enough. Make it across that net. As we saw Banton and Link and Scott and Alford all give chase to that one. 1-1 count, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Ball high. 2-1 count now. That's going to be another foul ball as Banton flips off the helmet. But another one drifts just. Now we're going to have Link reset. Pitching with the windup. Ball high. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away here to Smalls Hayes, the second baseman. Smalls, .297 on the year. Swings, and that one's going to go out to center field, shallow center field, and Brady Delk is going to call off Hunter Jones for out number 2. Good communication right there.
Number 7, Davin Yates.
Brady, what I would refer to as the anchor here at this defense, that shortstop position, widely regarded as the most important defensive position on the field, the quarterback of the defense, so to say. It's number 7, Davin Yates. Oh, my goodness, he paints the right field line. Yates is going to have an easy 3. Gavin Dickerson laid out for it and missed it, and he has got a stand-up triple, does Davin Yates. Wow.
Next up for the Cougars, right fielder number 22.
Dickerson got a slow jump on the ball and tried to lay out for it to make up for it, but that thing just painted that right field line. As now we're going to see Brady Hinton come to the plate, a left-hander, with a runner on third now. Ball gets down and away from Banton just a bit, but he is able to field it cleanly. Now Hinton set and ready to try to make something happen for the Cougars. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hammered in for a base hit out to right field. As a first run of the game will score, Yates stomps on the plate that time.
For the Cougars, designated
Believe that was a sign from Yates to stomp on that plate. He looked right over at the Wildcat dugout as to say, we are here in your hometown now, and making it happen as the Cougars now lead 1-0. Third hit of the game. Big swooping curveball in there for ball number 1. Brady Hinton with a big-time 2-out hit to score the first run of the game. Ball low. 2-0 count now. 2 away. The number 18 designated hitter, Noah Mosley. Mosley, 1 for 1 so far in this one, hitting .328 on the year. Little mound meeting there between Banton and Link, just to talk it over, figure out what they're wanting to do with this one. Gavin's thrown quite a few pitches so far in this one already, with 44 pitches. Runner goes, and he is going to be out by a mile. A beautiful throw down there by Griff Banton, the catcher. They get out of that one without any more damage done, but some damage was done, as the Cougars now lead it 1-0 heading into the bottom of the third. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball on 92.3 WFKN. Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School, as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on the Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you're listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you joining us here this evening as we're looking at senior center fielder number 5, Hunter Jones, step up to the plate and take ball 1. As we are starting off the bottom of the third inning with the Cougars scoring in the previous top of the third here. Now lead it 1-0 with a huge stand-up triple by Davin Yates for the Cougars, followed up with an RBI single by Brady Hinton. Now, looking at 2 balls, no strikes. 3-0 count. Nope, called strike. Pardon me. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Jones. Jones been on a tear recently, hitting the ball very soundly. He's been busy out in center field tonight. Takes 3-1 count now. Another ball. McLean had a great game so far from the mound for the Cougars. Here's the pitch. That's going to go straight at Wall. Wall's going to field it cleanly, throw it over to Singleton for out number 1. The Cougars, you got to give them credit. They have made good plays whenever it comes to just the routine plays. As we're going to head to the top of our lineup, shortstop Brady Delk comes to the plate. Right-hander Delk. That's hit a light bloop over to second baseman Smalls Hayes for out number 2. First pitch swinging, hit off the end of the bat, it looked like, from Delk as he's shaking his hands. Probably rattled him just a bit. As catcher number 20, Griff Banton, the junior, comes to the plate. A quick 2-out inning here so far in the bottom of the third. Wildcats having a hard time getting anything started here. That's going to go over to Smalls Hayes, and he's going to field it, and it's going to not be in time. He bobbled it as he makes an error. Looked like he fielded it cleanly, and then he just dropped the ball. Unfortunate for Smalls, as I was just congratulating the Cougars for making the routine plays look easy so far. As Smalls makes an error, the first one of the game for either team. And now Brevin's going to take a few signals from Coach Wilhite. 2 outs, you imagine Scott's just got to be aggressive here at the plate. Cody Alexander taking off. He's got a huge jump. As Brevin Scott hits a can of corn out to center field to Chance Sweeney to end the bottom of the third. You know what, I'm going to stick with you here because that was such a quick inning. I feel like we've paid enough bills already. So I'll tell you what, we're just going to stick this one out and talk about, how much I appreciate the staff and faculty here at Franklin Simpson High School. We've got so much good help, as I want to thank our producer, Kendra, back here at the studio. I'd like to thank Will Cody in the morning. I'd like to thank Dale Thornhill, one of our executives with WFKN. Thank you all so much for allowing me to be a part of this fantastic radio station. I'm a listener, and I appreciate it so much that you guys trust me to be out here covering this team. This is so much fun for me. I love being a part of this Franklin Simpson community. So bravo to you as well, Franklin Simpson community. I love being out here. This is my town as well. So this is a great time for me to be a part of this community and this team and this high school, as we're seeing Gavin Link get warmed up out there on the mound. Thank you, Mr. Talley, for being here. Aaron Talley, so many students' favorite teacher here with the high school. And now we're going to see the designated hitter, number 18, Noah Mosley, come to the plate for the Cougars. Cougars leading it as we're heading into the top of the 4th inning. Cougars leading it 1-0 after a huge triple by Davin Yates in the previous inning. It's going to be a ball low from Link. Now you're getting a bit of rally on both sides. Game has gotten going. Both teams are warmed up. That's going to be a foul ball straight back here into the net, just above my head. 1-1 count now from Link to Mosley. Link set and ready to go out there on the mound this inning. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Prom was this past weekend. Saw so many of our players here on the team. Good looking pictures. Ring them up and set them down for out number 1 and the 3rd strikeout of the game for Gavin Link. Next up for the Cougars is going to be number 11, Tate McLean. As I was saying, prom was this past weekend. I heard everyone had a fantastic and safe time, and that's ball 1 from Gavin Link as he sets, ready to throw. That's going to be in there for ball 2, a little inside. And as I was saying, that's thankful to hear that everybody had a great, safe time. As he throws strike 1, fastball down the middle of the plate. Our prayers are still up for the young men that were involved in the car accident. Prayers up for them and their families. Ooh, a little high and inside there from Link as he throws ball 3. We're still praying for all those young men. Here's the pitch. That's going to be smoked out to center field. Man, he got a lot of bat on that ball, but straight at center fielder Hunter Jones. We've called his name more times tonight than what I feel like I have all season long so far. That's got to be at least the 6th ball hit straight out to center field. Next up, shortstop, number 6, Cade Wall. Link sets, throws, swung on and missed. A good-looking pitch there for strike 1 with 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. A little low and outside that time. Tell you what, Griff has had a great game behind the plate thus far. Halfway through this one almost. Good looking curveball there. Strike 2. 1-2 count, 2 away to Cade Wall. Link with the wind up. Here it comes. That's a high bloop into the infield. Brady Duck's underneath it, and he's got it to end the top of the 4th inning. Still a 1-0 ball game. Logan County Cougars on top of our Franklin Simpson Wildcats. We'll be right back. You're listening to 92.3 WFKN. Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on the Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you're listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. It is spring. Spring has sprung. We've got some beautiful spring baseball going on right here as we're entering the bottom of the 4th inning with the Logan County Cougars on top 1-0 as it is 6:14 in the evening. And we're looking at junior first baseman, number 3, Lane Alford, take the plate right now as he's looking at a 2-0 count to Tate McLean from the Cougars of Logan County. McLean had a good game so far. Here's the pitch. A little low that time, looking at a 3-0 count. Sure he'll be taking on this one. Lane hitting .435 on the year with that batting average title in his belt right now. Yep, that's going to be a ball inside. Lane walks. That is his 20th walk of the season. Lane leading the team by 3 now in that category, but nobody else even close to him other than Brady Delk. As Garrett Sadler, 1 for 1 in this one. Had a nice base hit in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Not much of a lead from Lane over on first base. McLean, yep. Big jump there from Lane. I thought he was taking off. The way he jumped out there, a little bit of mind games, cat and mouse going on by the junior. Wadlington, I think, even began to pop up and throw that one over to first, but took his time, and now the Cougars getting a little bit of coaching from their dugout. Wouldn't be shocked if we saw a pickoff attempt here. McLean, yep, attempts the pickoff to no avail. Well, back to McLean now. Lane doesn't have a huge lead. It's just like, I guess he got him thinking. Shows bunt, does Sadler, he pulls away, and then Wadlington was going to attempt to throw over to first again and pulled back and just sent it back to McLean. 1-1 count now. As might see some small ball action. Does Garrett show bunt again? Yep, shows bunt. And threw it right at his head, and he just had to fight that one off as it fouled away. The way Garrett squares around, he gets very on top of the plate there as we're looking at a 1-2 count now with none away and a runner on first. Now Garrett will have to be a bit more aggressive at the plate. 1-2 count. As McLean attempts to pick off again to no avail. Runner safe. This is Alford. Alford out to a bigger lead now. A little less safe this time. Here's the pitch. Just a bit outside. Tell you what, Lane, he hops out there to that lead, but after he gets across the plate, he's not in any hurry to get back over to first base, and And I don't know if Waddlington is going to allow him to do that anymore without attempting that pickoff throw over there behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Garrett Sadler for another strikeout for Trip Waddlington of the Cougars as right fielder number 17, Gavin Dickerson, comes to the plate. Runner on first, one away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Logan County Cougars leading 1-0 as they took on our Wildcats in Logan County last night and won it 7-1. A much quicker pickoff move there from McLean that time, and he nearly got Alford over on first base. Alford, I don't know if he didn't have that sliding glove on, if he would have made it back in time. I mean, that was by his fingertips. Checks the runner, and he's going to attempt to pick off again. Safe again, and whoa, that one was close. Oh, boy, you're hearing the Ric Flairs come from the Logan County crowd there. That one was close. Lane may have been caught napping a little bit right there. He attempts to pick off again. And he's trying to frame it there between McLean and Singleton. They're working this. And Alford just not phased. That kid, he's just getting back out there to that lead every single time because he knows he's got just enough speed to get back to first. They're going to attempt to pick off again. And the runner, the ball's away. Now Lane is going to get out to second base, and he is just going to stop there. Man, he probably could have went 3 right there.
Come on, Gavin, drive him around. Move him.
Now, oh boy. They messed around. They played around a little too much, did McLean and Singleton, and that one got away from Singleton over on first base. I'll tell you what, if that right there ain't fun for you, then you don't love baseball. That right there was fun. That was a good time. Well, it wasn't very much fun for Logan County, but if you're a Franklin Simpson fan, that was a lot of fun for you. As Dickerson pops up infield here, Waddlington underneath it, calling everybody away as Yates runs underneath it and calls off Waddlington for out number 2. Great run and play there from third baseman Davin Yates. Next up is going to be left fielder number 6, Braxton Jenkins. The home plate umpire is going to come out and dust off the plate. Alford out on second base now after the throwing error by Tate McLean. Trying to pick him off over on first base. He's going to check the runner on second. And here's the pitch. That thing sent out to straightaway center field. Is it going to get over his head? And it does. It's getting all the way to the wall. 1 run will score as Braxton Jenkins is going to have a stand-up double, and the Wildcats are fired up. The first run of the game for the Wildcats, now all notched up, 1 apiece. Had it not been for that game of cat and mouse where Lane Alford goaded McLean into throwing pickoff attempt after pickoff attempt. He threw 7 pickoff attempts right there trying to get him out, and then he finally throws it away. That thing's hammered into right field. Runner, Braxton. Oh, my goodness. Go, Braxton. Oh, my goodness. Some base running errors. Boy, Blankenberg rips one out to right field, right down the line. And Jenkins asleep at second base. Will Height livid right there. Hands on the hips. Still, he's upset at this one. And then the throw home got away from Waddlington and he still sat there because, Will Height was letting him have it. Well, that's unfortunate right there. Missed opportunity to take the lead and score their second run of the game. But Boy Blankenberg is in there with a stand-up double. Next up, center fielder number 5, Hunter Jones. Here's the pitch. That thing is out to left center field. Is that going to get down? And it does. The diving attempt by Butler misses. And 2 runs will score for the Wildcats. You hear the roar of this Wildcat team. Now leading 3-1 as we head to the top of the lineup for the Wildcats. Number 7 shortstop Brady Delk here. Delk hitting .317 on the year. Big time hit by the on-fire Hunter Jones. He's been locked into this one out at center field on defense, and he gets his bat into play there. Good eye by Delk to take ball 1. Pickoff attempt again by McLean. Tell you what, McLean better be careful. He's thrown enough of these pickoff attempts here so far, but he keeps messing around with the speed of, that's going to be a ground ball out to Wall. Wall's going to take the easy out at second base to Smalls Hayes to end the inning. But not before our Wildcats put 3 runs on the board there in the bottom of the 4th inning, now leading it 3-1 against cross-county rivals, the Logan County Cougars, trying to make a comeback win after last night's 7-1 loss. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball on 92.3 WFKN. All up there in his head.
Let's go work ahead.
Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on rival Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you're listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you joining us here for some Wildcat baseball as we are now picking up in the top of the 5th inning with the Wildcats back on top, 3-1 with number 14 to the plate for the Logan County Cougars. Wadlington, unfortunately, finds some green grass right there. Pardon me there in my slight delay. Looking at a little bit of a mix-up there in my numbers. But Wadlington singles out to shallow center field. And now he's going to get a designated base runner. Well, E.J. Walker coming on to run for Wadlington. Now we're looking at left fielder Harper Butler up to bat for the Logan County Cougars. As now Gavin will switch to the stretch as he attempts to pick off. Runner safe. Trying to catch the designated runner, sleeping a little bit. But, as I was saying there in the bottom of the 4th, Wildcats had a big-time inning. Had a couple of big hits, in particular from center fielder Hunter Jones. Scored 2 runs. Showing bunt There was Butler, but bunt's foul. 0-1 count now. No one away. Runner over on first. Gavin thrown 62 pitches already here entering the top of the fifth. Logan County hitters have been working him. Shows bunt again. Takes. Good looking pitch there, but called ball. Look like a fastball right down the middle of the plate, but home plate umpire didn't like it. But that's just from my point of view. Showing bunt again. And that's going to be ball also. Ball 2. 2-1 count now, none away. Harper Butler. Big home run last night in the 7-1 win. He's going to show bunt again. That one's called a strike. 2-2 count now. And a little bit of a difficult call here behind the plate for this at-bat. That one's hammered out to left center field. That's going to get out to good stop there by center fielder Hunter Jones as he's going to make a phenomenal throw from left center field into Garrett Sadler at third base to hold the runner. But it's going to be a stand-up double there for Harper Butler. Next up, top of the lineup for the Cougars, number 10, Chance Sweeney. Not exactly the guy you want to be looking at the plate for the Cougars. Dangerous hitter, senior leader, great player, fantastic pitcher. As now the Cougars are threatening after going down 3-1, looking to do what they can to tie this ball game up. Two runners in scoring position. Steps off, taking the signal. Oh, they're going to put Sweeney on. Intentional walk here with no outs. Going to have an intentional walk with no outs here. As second baseman Smalls Hayes is going to come up to bat. Hayes hitting .297 on the year as they're going to bypass the .284 hitter, Chance Sweeney. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a high fly infield ball as Lane Alford's going to call everybody out for out number 1. Tell you what, now there's one away, and they were one ground ball and a turn double play away from getting out of a bases-loaded inning. Well, that gamble paid off there to put that one on as Davin Yates steps into the batter's box. A very dangerous hitter hitting .347 on the year. Had a stand-up triple earlier in the game. That one's going to be popped up. Is it going to get into shallow? No, that's going to be in foul ball territory. Lane Alford's got that one too for out number 2. That ball drifted from shallow right field all the way foul, and Lane Alford called everybody off again. Great communication here from this Wildcat infield. Next up, Brady Hinton. Hinton with an RBI single earlier in this game to score the 1 run for the Cougars. Here's the pitch. Good looking pitch there, but called ball.
That was beautiful.
1-0 count now. Good looking sweeping curveball there. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ball a little low that time. Ball 2. Sun in behind the clouds, but still bright enough here. Here's the pitch. That thing's hammered out to right field. Dickerson goes back on it and comes back in for out number 3. And wow, an absolutely beautiful display of pitching here in this one to end the top of the 5th inning. They strand 3 runners for the second time in this one, does Logan County Cougars. And now the Wildcats are going to head back into the dugout looking to expand upon this 3-1 lead. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball on 92.3 WFKN.
What was the place there? Brian, do you remember it was there where I think fish and red lobster?
Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on rival Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you're listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you joining us for some Wildcat baseball here this evening as we are entering the bottom of the fifth inning with the Wildcats leading 3-1 right now, as Griff Banton is going to fly out a can of corn to right fielder Brady Hinton. For out number 1 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Tell you what, that was a bit of a wild top half of the inning where the Cougars stranded 3 runners, bases loaded, with no outs. And junior Gavin Link makes his way to fly out 3 hitters. Brevin Scott takes strike 1. Change up from Tate McLean. McLean having a good game so far, minus the last inning. Throws the ball a little low down in the dirt that time. Giving up 5 hits and 3 runs is McLean, but the Cougars, 2 errors so far in this one. Errors have made a huge difference. Here's the pitch. Be a foul ball by Brevin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Been a fun and exciting rivalry game so far. Lots of chatter. Here's the pitch. Reaches out and touches that one. Woo! A fantastic play from Singleton over on first base. A line drive that looked like it was going to mean extra bases for Brevin Scott. Snagged right at the snow cone end of the glove there for Singleton to take away a hit from Brevin Scott as Lane Alford comes to the plate. Looking for a 2-out rally is Lane. Here's the pitch. Reaches out, touches that one for foul ball. 0-1, 2 away. Bottom of the fifth inning, Wildcats leading 3-1. 6:36 here in the evening, 68 degrees. Beautiful spring day. Here's the pitch. Ball low. Good eye there from Lane. Lane leading the team in walks with 20 now on the year through tonight. Reaches out and gets that one, sends it right up to Wall. Wall fields it pretty cleanly, fires it over to Singleton for out number 3. That's a pretty quick inning here in the bottom of the fifth where the Wildcats don't do any damage and still leading it 3-1 heading into the top of the sixth inning. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball on 92.3 WFK. Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on rival Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you are listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate you joining us for Wildcat Baseball here at Franklin Simpson High School. We're here in the top of the 6th inning with the Wildcats leading 3-1. As the designated hitter comes up to bat, Noah Mosley for the Cougars. Gavin Link been dealing from the mound. As Mosley wanted to swing at that one, but that one was a little low in the dirt that time as we're looking at 1-2 strike at bat here for Mosley. Link thrown a 5-hit, 1-run game so far. That one fouled away by Mosley. Still 1-2 count. Tell you what, this one has been a momentum shifting either way kind of game. It's been a lot of fun. It's been exciting here tonight. Here's the pitch. Ring him up and sit him down for strikeout number 4.
Next up for the Cougars, number 11.
Next up for the Cougars, the pitcher, Tate McLean. McLean not having a bad game so far. Has a 4.64 ERA, and he's just got 3 runs scored on this one. The 2 errors aren't really helping him out. One by himself. Just a bit outside that time from Gavin. Gavin been throwing some darts here and there. Whoa, he gave him the jelly legs that time. McLean did not like that one. A good-looking curveball there from Link, but 1-1 count now. Foul ball over our home team dugout. But, you know, 1-2 count now. Wind up, pitch, swung on and missed. Ring him up and set him down for strikeout number 5. 2 up, 2 down, and 2 strikeouts for Gavin Link. Just an absolute seed that time. As shortstop number 6, Cade Wall, comes up to bat. Fooled him again with a good-looking curveball. He's got that curve working now. 0-1 with 2 outs. That one turned on. That curveball hung up just a bit, and Cade Wall turned on it, and that one goes out into foul territory. Well, still an 0-2 count, though. Now we're looking 0-2 count with 2 away as Link gets some encouragement from senior Brevin Scott over on second base. Here's the windup. There's the pitch. Just a bit outside for ball 1. Trying to get Wall to swing at it there. He laid off. Here's the pitch. That one's lifted out into left field for a base hit. Braxton Jenkins picks it up, throws it in. Well, not the outcome we wanted with a 2-strike, 2-out at bat there, but catcher Trip Wadlington comes up now for the Cougars. Wadlington having a good game behind the plate. Wadlington just hitting 184, though, on the year. Takes ball 1 outside. Wadlington, the junior. So we're looking at ball 2 now from Link. Link pitching from the stretch. Not much of a lead from Wall. That's ball bit high, and he taps himself on the chest, said that one was on me. The 6th hit of the game there for the Cougars. As that's going to be a ball 4 walk. 4 straight balls there from Gavin. After throwing 2 straight strikeouts, gives up a hit and then throws a walk in there after that one.
Cougars, number
Next up's going to be
DJ Walker.
number 17, Harper Butler, left fielder for the Cougars. And after that, that's going to get a mound visit from Coach Will Height. Talk it over with his junior pitcher, who has become the ace of this year's squad. Between himself and Brevin Scott. Scott comes over and he talks it over himself with junior pitcher Gavin Link. Showing some good support, friendship, leadership there does Scott. Now with 2 on, 2 away. He throws good looking strike in there. Change up. Harper Butler with a hit in his last at bat. Checks the runners. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 to Butler. 0-2 count now, 2 away with 2 on. 3-1 is the Wildcats' lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Fouled off, hit the backstop, and rolled all the way back out to Gavin. Gavin picks it up, and he's ready to go in this one. Sets. Here he comes. Bit outside that time. Trying to get Butler to chase, but couldn't fool him on that one. Takes the signal. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. That one's over to Brevin Scott. Brevin's going to field it cleanly and take the easy out at first base to Lane Alford to end the inning with no damage done. And the Cougars strand 2 more. Tell you what, they've left a lot of talent out there on the bases so far through this one as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning with the Wildcats leading 3-1, 92-3 WFKN.
Leading off for the Wildcats in the bottom of the 6th. Third baseman, number 1, Garrett Sadler.
Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on rivals Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you're listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you joining us for some Wildcat baseball. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning with the Wildcats leading 3-1 right now with senior third baseman number 1, Garrett Sadler, at the plate with a check swing, and it's called a full swing for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, none away here in the bottom of the 6th. As he takes ball 2. Cougars stranded 2 more on base there in the top of the 6th inning. Wildcats with a big-time 4th inning where they scored 3. And now leading it here in the bottom of the 6th, 3-1. Here's the pitch, and ooh, that one went really close inside, and Garrett wasn't getting out of the way. Tell you what, that's one young man right there that is not afraid to take a pitch. And that one hits him. Catches him on the elbow. Threw one inside, threw another one, and that second one actually caught him. As Wildcats now got a base runner here to lead off the bottom of the 6th, though. Now we're going to see right fielder number 17, Gavin Dickerson, come up and take a cut. See, he's got on the Bruce Bolt batting gloves. Checks the runners. McLean shows bunt. Pulls back, but that one's low. Garrett Sadler is getting down to second, and he is safe with a stolen base. Good piece of running. Ball got down in the dirt away from Wadlington. The pitch from Tate McLean. Sadler now is going to be 6 for 6 on stolen base attempts. Good speed for a third baseman. McLean checking the runner. Nobody around, though. That thing is hammered out to left field. Get fair, get fair. No. Oh, man. Gavin turned on that one. Was pulling the Carlson play from the Red Sox days where everybody in the stands was waving that thing fair. Couldn't quite get it there. It ended up being a good 10-foot foul, but it looked pretty coming off the bat. Like he may have pulled a home run out of here. Hit the wall. 1-1 count to Dickerson. That one, woo, called strike 2. Plenty of rally coming out of the Wildcats dugout. Them boys letting Tate McLean hear it up there on the mound for the Cougars. Timeout taken there by Dickerson. Gonna catch himself. 1-2 count. None away, runner on second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be pulled foul yet again. You got to like it, though, if you're Coach Wilhite, seeing Gavin Dickerson come around. He got hot last year and really did some great things from beside the plate, hitting the ball. You'd love to see that happen again this year in his senior season. McLean sets. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed that time. Another strikeout for McLean. Next up for the Wildcats is going to be left fielder number 6, Braxton Jenkins.
Let's go, B. Move him around here.
Jenkins checks the signal. From third base coach Matt Wilhite. Gets into the batter's box. Runner in scoring position right now with just one away. McLean taking his time out there on the mound. Throws ball high. I guess he's trying to look Sadler back to second, but second baseman Small Hayes and Cade Wall are nowhere around second base right now. Swung on and missed by Jenkins. 1-1 count now. Bottom of the 6th inning, 6:50 in the evening. A beautiful 68-degree spring day here at Franklin Simpson High School. The Wildcats leading 3-1. Check swing, call to strike again for strike 2. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ball down in the dirt. Garrett Sadler, ooh, he thought about taking off to third base. Got a good third of the way there before he turned around and went back. Now looking at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 away. McLean thrown a very clean, no pun intended, game here so far. Reached out and touched by Braxton Jenkins. Ball gets down. Sadler's going to move on over to third. And Jenkins, a great piece of base running that time after missing that one. Revving it up out there on second base. Jenkins excited. His second hit of the game. And the coach for the Logan County Cougars wants to talk it over with Tate McLean this time. Looks like we might just have ourselves a pitching change, and in fact, we're going to. So we're going to see, looks like Davin Yates, currently playing third base. He might be moving on over to try to finish this game out for the Cougars. More than likely, I think that's what we're going to see. Tell you what, we're going to step away while he gets a chance to warm up. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball on 92.3 WFKN. Welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on their rivals, the Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you're listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you joining us for some Wildcat baseball here this evening. Right now, we're in the middle of the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Logan County Cougars have made their first pitching change of the game with Tate McLean going 6 innings in this one, almost. Well, 5.1 full innings. And now we're going to see him move over to third base with third baseman Davin Yates come in and try to finish this one off. Runners now on second and third after the hit by Braxton Jenkins. Hit a signal, but after a throwing error was able to move on up to second base. Check swing called strike by left-hander Boy Blankenberg. Boy with a big-time hit earlier in this one, had a double. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be outside from Yates. Yates has a big-time hanging curveball, and if one of these guys can anticipate it, they could really lift that thing. Here's the pitch. Throws a strike right down the pike that time. 1-2 count, one away. Wildcats leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Been an exciting, fun rivalry game so far. Lots of chatter out of both dugouts. A little quiet early on, but once they got moving, it has not had a quiet moment since then. Outside for ball 2 from Yates. Boy, the lefty has not had a whole lot of at-bats this season. But he's had a good game tonight. Foul ball. Good-looking cut. Blankenberg. Still looking at a 2-2 count with runners in scoring position. Second and third. Sadler on third base. Jenkins on second. Jenkins getting the start out in left field tonight. Can show off the speed if need be. That one's going to be just a bit high and outside. Running the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Boy has been aggressive earlier in the game in this situation. Yates takes a signal. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Blankenberg. Yates comes on. First batter he sees, strikes him out for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now we're going to the red-hot Hunter Jones.
Let's go, Hunter. Need you here, kid. Let's go.
Jones with a big-time 2 RBI hit earlier in the night to put the Wildcats on top 3-1 when there was a tie game. Now Cade Wall, the shortstop, wants to talk it over with Davin Yates. Wadlington goes out there as well. Trying to get in the head a little bit here of Hunter Jones. Some gamesmanship, if you will. This is what you see from time to time here in these games. Trying to talk it over. Maybe they've got something up their sleeves here. A pitch that he doesn't like, that they think that he doesn't like at least. But Hunter Jones has been hitting just about everything that comes near the plate. Here's the pitch. Ball inside. 1-0 count now. Hunter easily wins, best beard on the team. Yates really taking his time. Throw some sweet chin music that time. That thing went way high, and that one bounced big time off the backstop. It hit the backstop perfectly and bounced right back to catcher Trip Wadlington. Wadlington caught it off the bounce and looked Garrett Sadler back to third base. They have another little mini meeting. Talk about it now. 2 balls, no strikes. Yates versus Jones. Still plenty of chatter coming out of the Wildcat dugout. That thing hit and lifted way high. Yates hasn't even come off the mound yet. Just a little to his left, about a foot. Fields it cleanly to end the bottom of the 6th inning. But the Cougars are going to come off the dugout bench this time here in the top of the 7th to try to make some noise. And if they can't, then this is going to be the last inning here that we'll see. So,
Center fielder number 10, Chance Sweeney.
welcome back to Greg Shelton Field at Franklin Simpson High School as our Franklin Simpson Wildcats are taking on their rivals, the Logan County Cougars. I am Cody Schuler, and you are listening to 92.3 WFKN. You can also find us live on 923WFKN.com and watch the game on Franklin Simpson Channel 9, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you joining us for some Wildcat baseball. We're in the top of the 7th inning with the Wildcats leading 3-1 with the top of the Cougars lineup. Whoa, a big-time hit there, lifted out to the corner of right field. Chance Sweeney, Gavin Dickerson on his horse, but Sweeney is going to go 3 this time for sure, and he is going to be in there sliding for a triple. And the Logan County Cougar dugout is fired up. That's not what you needed. But tell you what, senior leaders do what senior leaders do, and Chance Sweeney puts the bat on the ball big time to paint the right field line and puts that one in the corner. Sweeney, a big time triple there, the second triple of the game for the Cougars to put a runner automatically in scoring position. I hadn't even made it in my discussion yet to talking about Chance Sweeney. As Gavin Link throws ball 1 to Smalls Hayes. That's a good looking pitch right there from Gavin Link. Looked like that crossed right over the top of the plate. But ball 2. Here's the pitch. Yeah. That one's a called strike. 2-1 count now. Almost felt like a bit of a makeup call, if I'm being honest with you, for everybody listening across the radio, because that one looked a little bit inside with the previous pitch. That one's going to be right up to Brady Delkin. He fields it.
Got him.
Whoa! Called out over at first base, but not before Chance Sweeney comes across the plate to score. It's a 3-2 ball game now with 1 away. That was a close play there. Smalls Hayes. Tell you what, if we had some instant replay here in high school, I think we would have saw an instant replay call from the head coach of the Logan County Cougars. Good pitch there for strike 1 from Link to Davin Yates, the now pitcher for the Cougars. Here's the pitch. That thing's lifted out to center field. Hunter Jones is underneath it. Can of corn, easy out for out number 2. Tell you what, the Cougars are now all of a sudden no longer threatening, and they're down to their last out. With Brady Hinton coming to the plate, their last-ditch effort here with 2 away in the top of the 7th, down 3-2. Can Brady Hinton do anything? The lefty. 2 home runs on the season. Here's the pitch.
Good.
Woo! little low and outside there from Gavin. Gavin now with his 102nd pitch of this matchup. The most he's gone this season as far as pitches thrown. Ball high. Boyd Blankenberg warming up down in the bullpen right now. Strike one, 2-1 count, 2 away. Hearing all the chatter coming out of the dugout now for the Wildcats, cheering on their pitcher. Here it comes. That thing is hammered high, straight away. But to who else other than Hunter Jones in center field? Gavin Link throws his glove up in the air as he is excited to get this win, as am I. As you can tell by the sound of my voice, that was a big-time win for our Franklin Simpson Wildcats. And, oh, boy, they're all talking about it, letting them hear it. I'll tell you what, this is a rivalry, and it's a fun one right here. This has been a great game tonight, a fantastic high school baseball atmosphere. It doesn't get much better than what you've seen right here tonight, Franklin Simpson High School. This has been just a tremendous ball game with a tremendous atmosphere between two really, really good and very well-coached baseball teams. Tell you what, thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Cody Schuler. Thank you for joining us here on 92.3 WFKN.